Hello, my name is William Monsalve, and in this video I will be going over the tools complement agent implementation. My program is rather simple. It consists of an agent that takes user input from the environment. In this case, a string of binary numbers as its precept in order to perform the tools complement operation. Um, so just to sort of elaborate on that a little bit, we have the environment here, the user input. The sensor of the agent in this case is what's being read from the user input. In this case, it's a string of binary characters. I'm sorry, numbers really. Um, After that, the agent performs the tools complement function, which is in part done through three functions that I created, which I will go into detail in the next section. The three actions that my agent is able to perform are the copy state, the initial state finder, and flip. So I'll move on to the next section to discuss the program in depth. All right, hello, and welcome to my tools complement agent. As I stated earlier, the program is a very simple one. Um, our agent here takes the user input as its percept, um, and then from then on it goes on to essentially use some of the actions that I created for it in order to accomplish its goal. In this case, what the agent does to begin with is to essentially use the percept that was given, again in this case, the string of characters, which are the binary characters, right? And it calls the copy state function that I created for it. I mean, in this case, it's like one of its actions. So what it does is that it takes that percept and it converts it into a char array. This char array will come in handy later on, but essentially gives the percept a state per se, just so that the agent knows where to start, what state it's in to begin with this string of characters that has been provided for it. Shortly after that, the agent um, creates a variable called state. Um, and that variable calls another action that I created for the agent. And in this case, that action, it's called the initial state finder function. So what that function does is that it essentially goes through the char array that was created right here in line 17, and it starts from right to left, and as soon as it finds the first one going from right to left, it gives the agent the means to know where where it is, where to start with within the copy state. So it gives it an index to start doing its operations within the copy state. Shortly after that, we go ahead and use a for loop to traverse the char array. In this char array, um, and the char array uses the state index, which was provided to us by this little function, to essentially know when to start going through the copy state and perform the flip function, which is how we achieve the flip state for the bits that follow that first one going from right to left and eventually achieve the two's complement. I have a few sample inputs here, some that are very basic, um, and some that are a little bit longer, just to prove the point that it is our agent can take, X size input and still perform the action that we expect from it. So I'm sorry here, I'm getting a little error here. Sorry. So here we go. It's asking for a bit sequence, and we go ahead and provide it a bit sequence. Here we go. And then it gives us our answer. And as you can see, two's complement has been performed. Going from right to left, we found the first one, and then it said, okay, anything from then on going left will be swapped. So that 0 was swapped to a 1, and this 1 was swapped to a 0. But again, we won't stop there. Let's go ahead and provide our little agent something a little bit longer and see if that it serves a little bit more of a challenge for the agent. As you can see, goodness gracious, I'm sorry, doing the wrong thing here. Okay, as you can see, it'll ask, hey, provide me another bit sequence, and again, we perform the desired function. The desired action from our agent. In this case, again, he found the first one. It told it told the for loop where to start within the copy state. So we decided, okay, so the first one, I found the first one. I am gonna go ahead and start over in the one that follows that in the next one, in the next index after that one, and then I'm gonna start performing my action so that I can achieve the flip state for every single one of the indices within our array. So again, it'll go here and it'll flip that 0 to a 1. It'll go here and it'll flip that 1 to a 0, and so forth and so forth and so forth. Again, we can go ahead and use a longer sequence and to see if that, stumps our program, which it won't. Here, we still managed to achieve the desired result. So yeah, that is my implementation of the tools complement agent. Thank you so much for watching the video and for your time. Have a good day.